Hello, welcome to the Journey Midweek Connection for today, December 8th. We are now 15 days away from Christmas Eve. As we reach the end of the year, I think it is very wise to pause for a moment and take a look back on the experiences we've had over the last 11 months. The next time that you're together with a group of family or a group of friends, I have two really simple questions that you can ask that leads to a really good discussion. They're simple. The first question simply is, what was the high point for you in 2021? And the second question is, did anything happen this year that was a surprise? Did anything happen over the last 11 months that when you were standing at the front of January looking down 2021, you had no idea was coming? I've asked those questions with a couple of groups that I've met with, including the pastoral staff, and we've had a very interesting and fun discussion just off of those two little questions. The devotional encouragement that I have for you today is also tied to this idea of looking back over the last 11 months. Actually, the last 2 years that we've been through have been really, really challenging. And so sometime between now and New Year's, I want to challenge you to push pause and do a self-assessment to figure out how you're doing. There are actually 5 levels of health that I think you'd be wise to assess, and the most important is spiritual health. And the reason that's the most important is because your spiritual health will infiltrate all the other types of health. And so if you're doing well spiritually, it's going to help you be successful in all the other types, okay? So you've got spiritual health, first and foremost. You've got your mental health, emotional health. You have your physical health, and then you also have relational health. If any of those areas are a struggle for you, your life is going to be challenging. I smile a little bit because over the last 2 years, I've used some nautical metaphors or some nautical illustrations, especially in staff meeting, to kind of describe where it is I think we need to go or what it is we're supposed to be doing. And I smile because I want to use a nautical illustration right now as well. When a ship has been out to sea on a long journey and it finally returns, one of the things that it brings back on its journey is on its hull, usually a ship will collect a load of barnacles. After a long journey, if you pull your ship into the dry docks, then you need to blast or scrape off all of the barnacles that accumulated over the course of that journey. And this is what I want to encourage you to do between now and New Year's, is to pull your soul into the dry docks and assess all the different barnacles that have gotten attached to you over the course of the past year. Pay attention to different struggles that you had, different disappointments that you had, different discouragements that you had, habitual sins that you struggled with, and also big stressful issues that you had to navigate over the course of the last year. And then add to all of that lies that the enemy has bombarded you with over the last year. All of those things accumulate and add up like barnacles on our soul. You're going to be so much more effective if you're healthy. And so I want to challenge you to just carve out even just a couple of hours. Start by sitting still and resting in the Lord, and then asking the Holy Spirit to reveal to you some of the areas of your soul that need to be touched up, cleaned up, or healed up. And I think you should do this sooner rather than later. It's so easy to be running around and neglect those 5 levels of health. I want to leave you with an invitation from Jesus to do this. He said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." If you're weary, if you're heavy laden, the invitation has been extended to you. Fight to make time to spend that time with Jesus. God bless you all. Hope to see you on Sunday.